Hi, welcome back to the Writer's Block. My name is David Mulligan, and this is Virtual Channel Network. We're back again, and we're going to get into So You Want to Become a Screenwriter. I'm going to get in depth on the kinds of things that you need to know, the kinds of things that you need to learn to become a screenwriter in Hollywood. Now, one of the things that writers have come to me and asked about is, should I move to Hollywood? Should I move to Los Angeles? I think yes. I think yes, not just because this is the place where movies are made, but this is where the people are. This is a people business. This is a relationship business. This is a business where your personal excitement, your enthusiasm really gets your ideas across. You can't really just tell your idea over the telephone. You could, okay, you could. But is it as effective as if you were at, say, a Starbucks talking to a producer about your project? They want to feel that. They want to absorb it. They want to be a part of that. And over the phone is not enough, or an email if you want to go that far. So if you are thinking of becoming a screenwriter, I would think very strongly about moving to Los Angeles. However, don't think that you are going to sell your option or sell your screenplay very quickly. I myself have been here for over 10 years. I have not sold or optioned yet. I've gotten close, but not yet. And so you have to have a day job. So definitely have a day job. But if you are serious about becoming a screenwriter, you want to sell your script, you want to see your work on the big screen or on the television screen, it's a good idea to be out here. Now, when you are here, when you are able to, say, meet a producer or meet an actor somewhere, a coffee shop or whatnot, and you want to pitch your project, how is that done? How do you tell someone about your project? Actually, there's a whole system to it. You have to be very careful about how you do it. When you pitch a screenplay, they don't want to hear the whole story. They don't really want to even hear the story. I know that's kind of hard to take in. It's sort of an antithesis of what you want to do. So what do you have to do? Well, what you have to do is you have to communicate the essence of the story, just little bits and pieces of it, just enough to whet their appetite, to make them hungry for more, to make them read the script. That's the ultimate goal, is to have them read the script. Because what you're selling is you're selling a collection of paper, a story on paper. You can't really sell an idea. You can't really sell a pitch. Well, you could sell a pitch. The pitches have been sold. But after you sell the pitch, you have to produce the story on paper. So when you are pitching your idea, you need to get your idea probably down to 3 minutes. Let's say an elevator ride from the 20th floor down. That kind of thing. And when you do that, you have to hit all the major points that a producer or an actor or anybody in the business is looking for. Do you know what I mean by that? What I mean by that is this. Who is your main character? That's very important. What does the main character want? What does he want in the story? Who is against the main character? And what's the other one? I think the conflict. What is the major conflict in the story? So who is the main character? Well, the main character has to be somebody that we want to watch. A lot of young screenwriters, novice screenwriters, they write a script, and the script is written really well, but the main character is really not exciting, not interesting. The audience wants main characters who are very interesting. Actors who are going to play the part in your movie want interesting characters. If you have a character who is If you have a character who is perfect, nobody wants to play that. Nobody wants to play a character that's perfect. If he's Sergeant Crutchfield and he's the best fighter around and there's nothing wrong with him and he's unstoppable, nobody wants to play that. Seriously. Even Superman has flaws, that sort of thing. So when you write a main character, you want that character to be interesting, to have flaws, to be human, even if he's not human, even if he's a dog. If the main character is a dog, we still want to see that character from a human's point of view. Goal. This is another thing that I see lacking in a lot of novice scripts. You have a great character, let's say, very interesting, flaws, very human, definitely something that Matt Damon would just love to work on for a couple of years, right? But the guy has no goal. He has no goal. He's just kind of in the story, and the story is kind of pushing him along, and he doesn't have anything that he wants in the story. He's just kind of reacting to everything. I see this a lot. You have to have a character with a goal that is seemingly unsurmountable, that it's practically impossible for them to obtain or achieve. And of course, in the end, you decide if they do. Most stories, of course, they do achieve that goal. Also, this main character must actively go for the goal. The goal can't come to him. You can't have other people doing it. The main character has to pursue that goal. You have to have someone who is against the main character to try to stop the main character from achieving that goal. That character, sometimes they call it the nemesis, the villain, that sort of thing. That character has to be equally as interesting, if not in some cases more so, more interesting than the main character. A lot of villains you see in movies, especially iconic movies, are more interesting than the main character. Let's see if I can think of Heath Ledger as the Joker in, what is it, Batman Returns or Batman Lives? I don't know which one it is. But obviously I know you know what it is. Wow. Very interesting. So interesting. And he was following up on Jack Nicholson's Joker in the 80s, which was also very interesting. So when you're writing a story, make sure that your villain is just not your typical bad guy. Make sure that he or she is very interesting. And that it seems as if that villain is equal or more powerful than the hero of the story. Superman, for instance. In Superman, Lex Luthor is seemingly more powerful than Superman because he has kryptonite. Now, I'm not talking about the new one that just came out years ago. I'm talking about the one that came out in the 70s. Wow, I'm old. I don't know the name of the actor who played that, but he seemingly has beaten Superman in the movie, and you want that in the story. Conflict. I get a lot of screenplays where they have all the elements, but they don't have a lot of conflict. Conflict. There are writers who simply come out and say, I don't like conflict. Too bad. That's not why we go to movies. You need to have conflict. All right, well, that's enough for today. My name is David Mulligan. I'm your host on the Writer's Block. This is Virtual Channel Network. Please join me next time as I get into depth into So You Want to Become a Screenwriter.